You forgot her again. Her voice didn't just rise, broke. He dropped his keys on the counter. They hit the marble too loudly. I said I'm sorry, he muttered, rubbing his forehead, exhausted. Sorry? She shot back. Their daughter stood frozen in the hallway, backpack still on, eyes wide. He sighed. I lost track of time. And I'm losing patience, she snapped. The rosary slipped from her fingers. Beads hit the floor, one by one. Then the crucifix. It slid under the table. No one moved. No one spoke. The only sound was her breathing, sharp, uneven. And in that moment, she realized something terrifying. She wasn't angry about today. She was angry about everything. Have you ever yelled about something small, only to realize it wasn't small at all? Have you ever fasted from food, but fed something darker? Stay with me, because this isn't about a late pickup, and it's not about broken beads. It's about what Lent is actually trying to expose in you. If you're serious about this journey, subscribe now, because this is not surface-level faith. This is confrontation. Now let me take you back. Her name was Teresa, 35, Catholic since birth, daily mass when she could, confession regularly. She loved her faith. She depended on it. But this Lent felt urgent. It felt urgent. Her marriage hadn't exploded. It had faded, slowly, quietly, like a candle burning low without anyone noticing. No affair, no scandal, just distance. Fewer conversations, less laughter, more silence. He worked late, scrolled on his phone at night, answered questions with one word. She told herself it was stress, but women know. They feel the shift before it becomes visible. Ash Wednesday came. She knelt, received ashes. Remember, you are dust. Dust. Fragile. Temporary. She felt emotional, determined. I'm fasting from sweets, she told him that night, for 40 days. He nodded without looking up from his phone. That's good. That was it. And something hardened. Not loudly, but quietly. She didn't want to beg for attention. She didn't want to sound insecure. So instead of saying, I feel alone, she chose discipline.
Day 1 of Lent, she was strong. Day 2, she pushed through headaches and sugar cravings. Day 3, the school called. You're the emergency contact. She's still here. Her heart dropped. She rushed. Her daughter sat alone on the curb, teachers locking doors. She smiled gently. It's okay, baby. But inside, anger was rising like a wave. Then came the confrontation. The keys hitting the counter, the apology without urgency, the rosary beads scattering across the kitchen tile. And suddenly, Lent wasn't peaceful anymore. It was exposing her. That night, after everyone went to bed, she sat on the floor and picked up the beads, one by one, her fingers trembling, and a question surfaced. What am I really fasting from? Because it wasn't resentment. It wasn't pride. It wasn't her need to be right. She was fasting from sugar, but feeding bitterness. Let me ask you something honestly. What have you given up this Lent that makes you feel disciplined, but doesn't actually change your heart? Pause there. Don't scroll past that. Teresa went to daily mass the next morning. The gospel said, "Forgive, and you will be forgiven." She felt exposed because she had not forgiven him, not truly. She had cataloged his failures, late pickups, missed anniversaries, unnoticed effort. She kept score, and Lent was dismantling her scoreboard. After communion, she didn't feel peace. She felt resistance, because communion is union, and she was guarded. That afternoon, her daughter approached carefully. "Mom? Yes? Are you mad at Dad?" The question was soft, but it cracked something open, because children sense tension long before they understand it. "I'm just tired," she replied. But she knew she wasn't tired, she was wounded. And instead of saying, "I'm hurt," she said, "I'm fine." Have you ever punished someone for not noticing pain you never voiced? Type, "I've done that," if that's real for you, because many of us live there. Anger is easier than vulnerability. Control feels safer than confession. Friday evening, she knelt in adoration. The church was dim, the monstrance gleamed, and silence pressed in. Without sugar, without noise, without distraction, she couldn't escape her own heart, and a terrifying thought surfaced. Have I enjoyed being the wronged one? Have I liked holding the moral high ground? Have I built identity around being hurt? That realization stung, because resentment can feel powerful until you realize it's shaping you.
That night, she did something small but radical. She sat beside him on the couch. He looked surprised. Silence lingered. Then she said softly, "I don't feel close to you anymore." The words felt naked. He didn't answer immediately, and the silence almost made her retreat. But she stayed, because for once, she wasn't accusing, she was revealing. Finally, he spoke. "I don't know how to reach you lately. You're always guarded." Guarded, that word pierced her, because she had built walls and called it strength. Tears came quietly, not dramatic, just real. And here's the twist. He wasn't her enemy. He was confused. She wasn't abandoned. She was armored. Have you ever realized the person you're fighting is reacting to the wall you built? Lent wasn't about sugar. It was about softness. She kept fasting from sweets, but she started fasting from silent punishment, from sharp tones, from internal revenge fantasies. And it was harder than quitting coffee, harder than quitting dessert, because this fast attacked her ego. Listen carefully. God is not impressed by what leaves your plate. He is interested in what leaves your heart. You can give up caffeine, give up chocolate, give up social media, and still be emotionally closed, still be resentful, still be hard. This is day 3. And Lent is not about looking disciplined, it's about becoming gentle again. So ask yourself honestly, is your fast making you softer or just hungrier? If this touched something deep, like the video, not out of habit, out of recognition. Share it with someone who says they're fine but aren't, and comment, "I choose softness." Because some of you don't need more discipline, you need more surrender. Tomorrow, something else will be exposed.
God of mercy and compassion, look with pity upon me. Father, let me call thee Father, 'tis thy child return.